Hello everyone and welcome to Huawei Connect. Today, I'm honored to share with you some ideas about how to efficiently develop cloud-native applications. As we all know, the service architecture has evolved from the monolithic application to SOA, microservice, and cloud-native. In recent years, serverless application development has become an important branch. How can we help developers focus on service innovation and implement out-of-the-box development to simplify the development of cloud-native applications and reduce the learning cost? How to quickly iterate a service at low cost is now a pressing concern. Huawei Cloud provides DevStar, a one-stop serverless cloud-native application development platform for developers. Based on rich industry application templates, developers can quickly build industry application code with a low threshold for free. In addition, a complete toolchain for continuous delivery of cloud-native applications can be quickly established. Using DevStar, developers can easily perform development activities in teams through the unified software delivery management view. Examples include environment management, application build and release, and online development. Furthermore, developers can build, release, test, and deploy code quickly. Now, I'll show you how to use Huawei Cloud DevStar to develop serverless cloud-native applications.
Hi everyone, it's great to introduce DevStar. I'll show you how DevStar can help developers focus more on service innovation, making cloud-native app development simpler with a lower learning costs. More importantly, DevStar can help development teams achieve serverless R&D architecture and systems. On the template center page, DevStar provides various industry app templates, for example, templates for OCR application and for facial recognition application. DevStar also provides industry application templates for microservices. Today, I'm going to show you an OCR industry app. First, choose a DevStar OCR template to implement an OCR-based ID identification app. Select this template, select the developer app to proceed to the Create App page. A DevStar app belongs to a DevStar project. A project can be seen as a product line, and a product line has multiple apps. To save time, the app being created belongs to a project I have already created. Enter the app name, say OCR identity recognition, then description, say identity recognition. Click View Deployment Architecture to check out the typical deployment architectures for serverless cloud-native apps. Click Create Now to create the app. Now we come to the initialization page. DevStar helps create a complete toolchain for continuous delivery. The toolchain is already created. As you can see, it contains a code library. The code here is the code in the OCR template we just selected. There is a pipeline as well that developers can use for build and release. And now we can start developing the app. Typically, we just open an IDE, clone the code locally, and submit it to the remote warehouse. And then we're ready to test and deploy. But before we do that, let me show you something. DevStar provides a powerful and unified app development view for developers. Developers can develop, test, and deploy apps just using the browser page. On the left, there is a menu for online development. Click it. Developers can do coding here. And then there is also an app deployment view where developers can test and deploy apps. DevStar has created 3 typical environments for most applications, which is development, pre-release, and production. In each environment, there is a section of dependent cloud services, while developers can quickly provision the cloud services that the app depends on. Take our OCR app, for example. It depends on the OCR text recognition service of Huawei Cloud, and the developers can easily provision the service here. They can also click the link on the right to view price details. In the software release library on the left, developers can easily view the software packages generated during continuous delivery iterations. Now let's check out how to develop an app online using DevStar's unified view. Click Online Development on the left. There is an option of Experience Online Development for free. Click it. It's a free trial, so the IDE instance is not permanently stored. Click OK. The online IDE is being loaded. Okay, the project has been loaded into the online IDE instance. Click to view full screen. The experience here is very close to the local IDE we normally use. Check out the core Java code of the application. Say if we change the region name of the OCR service, click Source Control on the left, we'll see the file was modified, added to the temporary storage area, input commit message, and then submit. Open the online IDE terminal. Okay, here is a reminder that there is one commit to be pushed. Push it. And the latest code modifications will be pushed to the remote warehouse. Exit full screen. And then, actually, we are ready to start deployment. At this point, we can directly deploy the latest code. But to demonstrate the DevStar's end-to-end capability for continuous delivery, let's look at the overview page first. There is a build and release section. Well, developers can build and release latest code. Click Execute. So our first build and release is done successfully, which is actually a complete code compilation build and release. In the software release library, we can see the software packages we just built and released. Next, we deploy the app. Click App Deployment on the left to return to the deployment view. Click the red button on the right. As mentioned earlier, functions are a key component of the serverless architecture, enabling developers to focus more on their business logic code. We didn't change the name of the function, so we don't need to change the function entry point. In the software package section, we have already built a software package. So click Use Existing Software Package to deploy the package we just built. We can also create a new software package. In most cases, developers can modify the code and perform end-to-end testing and release. This is when we need to create a new software package. So we select using existing software package, click OK. Our function is being deployed. Okay, the deployment is done, and we click to get back to the deployment view. A temporary access address has been generated. The newly deployed function and its resources are displayed below. Then we copy the address to check out the app we just deployed. The app is on. Now we can do a demo with a sample ID card.
OK，大家可以看到，其实我点击了一下识别，然后其实
Click
我
Identify.
们已经成功的通过
The
华为的
ID
OCR
card
的
is
服务去进行
recognized
了这个样例的身
successfully
份
with the
证的
Huawei
图面的
OCR
这个文字
service.
识别。好了，到现在为
By
止呢，大
now,
家应该非常熟悉，
you should
就
know
是
how
如
to
何
use
通过
DevStar
快速的
to
构建
quickly
Serverless
build a
应用
serverless
并
cloud
按之
native
后
apps
应用的开
and
发、测试
do
和实
app
现。那么在实际的开发场
development,
景当中呢，其实
testing,
绝大部
and
分情况下，
deployment.
应用的
In
开
real
发是
scenarios,
需
most
要
apps are
内容
developed by
多个成员的
multiple
协作
team
开发的。
members.
那么实际上 DevStar
DevStar
也
also
支持
supports
随时随地的在线协
online
同应用开发。
collaborative development
那么这个时候
anytime,
呢，
anywhere.
我给大家演示一下
Now,
DevStar 是
let me
如
show
何
you
去
how it
实
works.
现团队协作开发的。那么在右上角的项目菜单
Select
下
a
面，我们
project
选
from
入到一
the
个项目，
project
然后点击
menu
右
at
侧
the
的
top right
成员
corner
管理的图标，那么
and
就会
click
进入
member management
该项
icon
目
to
的
enter
成员管理的界
a
面。
page
那么在这个界面呢，
where
大家可以看
I
到
can
我可以
invite
去邀请当前客户
IAM
下的
users
IAM
under
用户
the current tenant
协同开发
to
该项目下的所有应
collaboratively
用。
develop
那么
all
同时
apps
呢，我
under
也
the
可以去
project.
邀请华
I
为
can
的
also invite Huawei
账号
main accounts.
去协同开发该项目下的所有应用。那这个时候呢，我点击一下邀请
Click
IAM 用户
invite
的
IAM
按
user
钮，去演示一下如
to
何去邀请当
bring
前客
on
户下的一
board
个
an
IAM 账号。
IAM
那
account
么这个时候大家看到
under
我
the
当
current
前这个客
tenant.
户下有一个
As you can see,
IAM
the
账号，
tenant
所以
has
我
an
勾选一下，
IAM
然后点击确定。
sub-account.
那这个时
Check
候呢，
it
其实就
and
是我
click
把这个当前
OK
租户下
to
的这个
invite
IAM 用户
the
去邀请到我
IAM
这个项目里
user.
面。那么他作为一个开发人员
The
呢，他其
user's
实
role
可
is a
以去协同
developer
开发
who
该
can then work
项目下的
on
所有应用。
developing
好了，现在
all
我已
apps
经
under
使
the
用刚
project.
才被邀请的
Now
IAM
I
账号
already logged
登录到
into
了
DevStar
DevStar。那
using
这个
the
时候大家可以
invited
看到，
IAM
因为我
account.
是这个项目的
As
开发
a
人员，那么
developer
我
in the
可以去
project,
进行
I
这个
can
项目
do
下面运
routine
营的日常的
development
开发工作，比如
activities
说在线开发，
such as
然后
online
应用部署，
development
然后
and
同时
app
也可以
deployment.
查看
You
这
can
个
also
项目下的
view
应用的
the
来源
software
账户。
release
上面
library
就
under
是
the
大家介
project.
绍的华为
All right,
DevStar
this
和
is so
面
much
向
about
开发者的
Huawei
一站式
DevStar, a
Serverless 云
one-stop
原生开发
platform
平
for
台。那么
serverless
在未
cloud
来呢
native app
，DevStar 会
development. In the
提供越
future,
来越多
DevStar
的
will
丰
provide
富的
more
行业
industry
的应用模板，
application
鼓励
templates to
我们的
help
开发者
develop
呢
cloud
以更
native
低的
apps
成本去开
at
发原生
lower
应用。
costs.
In addition, Huawei Cloud provides developers with various powerful tools for developing cloud-native applications. Developers are the key to enterprise cloud application. Huawei Cloud provides various tools to help them develop cloud-native applications. For example, Huawei provides API Explorer and SDK based on various open APIs. API Explorer is a platform for developers to quickly search for and debug open APIs. Today, I'd like to introduce 3 new developer tools: Terraform Explorer, Huawei Cloud Toolkit, and CLI. Using Terraform Explorer, you can easily design and orchestrate cloud service infrastructure description online and in a visualized manner. Developers' daily work is concentrated in the IDE. Through Huawei Cloud Toolkit, or HCT for short, developers can easily search for and view OpenAPI documents online. With the help of the powerful intelligent code assistant, OpenAPI SDK code can be automatically and intelligently completed, significantly improving the development efficiency of cloud-native applications. The CLI is a convenient command line interface for script developers and O&M engineers to operate Huawei Cloud services. Next, I will show you how to use these 3 tools to manage, monitor, and stop Huawei Cloud resources.
How to use Terraform Explorer to quickly create an ECS. Open Terraform Explorer, click All Products at the top left corner, and select the Huawei Cloud Compute instance under ECS. Resource details are then displayed. Cloud Shell on the right is loading required dependencies. Now the loading is done. Next, fill in several mandatory parameters. First, AZ name where the ECS is located. Here we use the Beijing AZ, CN North 4A. The second is the name of the ECS. Name it as you want. The next one is the ECS spec. We use the most basic spec for general computing as a 6.small.1. The fourth parameter is the image name. We use Ubuntu Ubuntu, so we fill in Ubuntu 18.04 server 64-bit. The last parameter is the VPC network ID that ECS belongs to. To save time, we've created network in advance. So we enter the network ID and click a preview to find all generated parameters in the command line on the left. Click execute. In the command line on the right, we need to enter yes for confirmation. Check to ensure the parameters are correct and then enter yes. Terraform is creating the ECS. Wait for a sec, and now ECS creation is done. Go to console to double check. Click console at the top left and select the ECS. We can see the ECS has been created. Then how to use HUAWEI Cloud Toolkit. Install the plugin first. Click Settings in IDE Editor, select Plugins, select Marketplace, and then enter HUAWEI Cloud in the search box. The first in the list is HUAWEI Cloud Toolkit. Click Install. After installation, click Restart IDE. The plugin is installed successfully. There are two tabs on the left and the right side. Open the tab on the left, and the message is displayed to prompt the login. Click the little man icon for AKSK configuration. Click Get Your AKSK to find a guide to obtaining AKSK. I'll show you how it works. Click Console on top right and click My Credential. There is an access key on the left. If you need AKSK every day, you can click Add. Here we have already added it. Return to plugin configuration. Enter AKSK and click OK to log in. Click the plugin tab on the right. Here we want to develop an app to monitor ECS server status with API. If things are abnormal online, an alarm will pop up in the console. Select Spring Initializer on the right, click, and then click Create a Local Project. Configure some parameters here, modify the artifact ID, and click Create. At the lower right, we can create a new directory to place the new project. Now the project is created. Click to open project at the current page. The project is loaded. Open the main function. Then we can see this is a Spring Boot project. Next, we'll look up ECS service status. Click the tab on the right for API search. Input a list server. There is an ECS interface to list the status of all ECS servers. Click it to view detailed information, which includes URL, request parameters, and return parameters. Okay, make the Spring function a real function. And I'll show you how automatic code supplement works. The API is called the list server detail. We enter list server here, and the first prompt is the interface we want. Click, the code is automatically supplemented. At the same time, a message is displayed in the lower right corner asking whether to import HUAWEI SDK dependencies. Click yes. All HUAWEI Cloud SDKs are now automatically imported. 3 parameters need to be filled: AKSK and project ID. Go back to My Certificate page. Click API Certificate on the left, select the project in Beijing, and copy the project ID. Here we have filled all the parameters. We have added a proxy configuration as well. If you need a proxy for the intranet, you can refer to the code here. Now let's run the program. And it's running properly. Check the return value of the API. It contains a service list describing the status of the services created using Terraform. There are many fields contained. To understand each field, we can open the API file. The return parameters section contains detailed information of each field. There are also return examples. To save time, some scheduled execution code has been imported. A checker class is also used to check the API every 5 seconds. Now let's run the program. As we can see, it's running properly, and all services online are normal. This is an example of using HUAWEI Cloud Toolkit to quickly invoke HUAWEI Cloud APIs. Now let me show you how to stop an ECS instance using HUAWEI Cloud CLI. Click Development Tools on the console, select the CLI toolset, and click Use Now. Help information is displayed to assist developers. Next, we run configure command to query default configuration. We can see region and token information have been imported for future use when we invoke cloud APIs. Next, I'll show you how to use HUAWEI Cloud CLI to stop an ECS instance. Query details about the ECS instance first. The HCloud tool supports automatic supplement. This function is enabled by default in CLI. Click Tab to supplement the command. Here, all interfaces starting with a list are listed. Select the list server detail, and then we can query detailed information about ECS instances. As the return value is complex, we use some parameters for filtering. We put in --JSON filter in the command line to get the ID and the status of ECS instances we want. We can also get the status of ECS instances as well. Randomly select an ECS to see how to stop it. Automatic supplement can be done using tab. We can also use the interactive prompt in CLI. Enter interactive parameter in the command line. Select the ECS service to be invoked, and then click to stop the interface. Since the region information has been configured, we just specify the queried ID. Use debugger parameter to view how the interface is invoked. Run this command, and we'll see the API is successfully invoked. Okay, query the status of the ECS instance we just stopped. As shown here, the ECS is shut off. Now go back to the Spring Boot monitor program, and we can find the information about stopping the instance.